morning. Today is Monday, October 27th. It is a day one, and I'm Mr. Canton.
And I'm Mrs. Peterson. Today's news is brought to you by the Middle School West staff.
Heads up to all you chess players. Chess Club starts tonight in Mr. Bartle's room. Get your rooks ready.
All right, attention all 7th and 8th grade girls basketball players. As of now, the plan is to merge West and East as one team. The first practice will be at West tonight. So ladies, if you're interested in still participating, go ahead and sign up. One of East-West.
It's that time again. Time to announce our Got Hot reading winner for this week. And our winner is Preston Jeske. Congratulations.
Good job,
Stop
Preston.
on by the Media Center to claim your prize. As you may know, the court focus for this month has been leadership.
Well, who better than to have our two fearless leaders, Mr. Murfeld and Mr. Jennison, to tell us a little more.
So we're going to head out on location to talk to the two principals about what leadership means to them and get to know a little bit more about our fearless leaders.
My role with students this year is to really focus on academics. Mr. Jennison and I have kind of split that role, where with discipline, Mr. Jennison is working with students that are struggling behaviorally, and I am excited to work with students who are struggling academically. So students that are behind in their work or struggling with their grades may find me visiting with them or their parents or their teachers to try to figure out a way to make every student successful in our school. I would define leadership. I had heard a quote once that leadership is doing the right things versus doing things right. And think about that for a second, because I challenge myself to understand that quote as well, of doing the right thing versus doing things right. That a lot of things that we do right are the way we see or we think people want us to do versus the decisions we make that we believe are right. Now, a good leader focuses on what is right and just doing those right things. And that's a difficult thing at times because not everybody will agree with you. And so you're making difficult decisions. Now, obviously, as a leader, if you don't do the right things enough times, it's time for somebody else to lead, or there's certainly better leaders or other leaders out there. But to be a true leader, you need to do the right things and not always focus on just doing things right. I would define success this year if the students are working harder than our teachers, and that's a tall order for kids because I get to see our teachers work hard every single day. Now, we have a lot of ways to measure that, so we can argue over the measurement, but I know that we can find ways to see if kids are learning, and they're going to need to work harder than their teachers. I know that the teachers have set a lot of goals. I hope that the kids are setting goals as well, and if the students are meeting their goals, I know that we will as teachers, and that's how I would measure success this year. My favorite middle school memory, I grew up in Ely, Minnesota, so we didn't technically have a middle school. We had a 7-12 building. But what I remember about transitioning into 6th, 7th, and 8th grade happened to be really focused on getting involved. So I hope that students are getting involved in activities and athletics, and I remember the school day just being so much longer because we had so many activities after school, and those are equally as important. So I hope that you have found a way to come in before school on all the activity options or after school with all the activity options. And if you haven't already done so, do get involved, whether that's 5th and 6th grade with community ed or 7th and 8th grade. Certainly our high school sports begin, our middle school sports, and academic options too. So get involved if you haven't done so already. An interesting fact that few people know about me, I'm not very interesting. I love to do outdoor activities and hunting, but I did grow up in Ely, Minnesota, as I had mentioned, and that was in the Boundary Waters. So every summer, my entire day was spent in the Boundary Waters, 7 miles up, right on the Canadian border, helping people go on canoe trips. So I grew up not only living by the Boundary Waters, but I spent my whole summer up on the lake in the Boundary Waters. So that's one interesting fact that I got to do as a young kid.
Today's lunch line options, lines 1 and 2, chicken nuggets or spicy chicken nuggets. Line 3, pepperoni wedge pizza.
Say, Mrs. Peterson, have you noticed that the broadcast has been missing something lately?
Oh, I know, like an epic rap battle between Mr. Riles and Mrs. Headland.
Yes, it has been missing an epic rap battle between Mrs. Headland and Mr. Riles, but that's not what I was thinking.
Oh.
I was thinking that we are missing your voice, students at STMA Middle School West. You don't need to see our crusty faces every weekday. So, if you are interested in joining the Nightly News Crew, there are many ways that you can participate.
You could be an anchor, or we have people behind the scenes running the cameras, could be doing voiceovers or helping with the script.
If that sounds like something that you're interested in, why don't you take a moment when the broadcast is over and click the link above, or you can head to the Nightly News broadcast page on our Middle School West homepage and fill out a form letting us know that you're interested. After you fill out that form, one of us, or Mrs. Kiefer, or Mrs. Erdman will be in contact with you to let you know when you'll be participating. So we hope you'll participate!
Yeah, it's fun. All right. Thanks for watching.
And have a great week.
Yeah.
Don't forget,
Oh, yes.
It is the first day of the week, so at this time, would you please rise and say the Pledge of Allegiance? Have a wonderful week.